see a lot of producers spending all sorts of money, and some of it is extremely wasteful, especially depending on where you are in your career. So we're going to discuss the music tools and the marketing tools that you might be wasting money on. If you don't know, I'm Justin. I run Cosmic Academy. We're an artist development school, and we've been around now for over 12 years. We've worked with over 800 incredible artists, producers, and DJs, and they get the best results. They sign to the biggest labels like Defected, Toolroom, Anjuna, Monster Cat. They play the biggest shows. This year we have 3 students playing Tomorrowland, multiple students playing EDC and Ultra, and we get to look at all of our students and really see what's working and what's not. What tools are worth spending money on and what's wasteful? And at Cosmic Academy, we do teach both sides of the coin, the music production and the marketing and branding. So today we're going to talk about both the music investments and the brand/business investments. And on all these, I am going to clarify depending on where you are in your career. So some of these actually might be worth spending money on if you're a little bit further along or towards the beginner end. The first one is definitely not worth it if you're just getting going. Number one, don't waste your money on Instagram ads or Facebook ads. Ask yourself honestly, have you ever clicked on like an Instagram story ad for an artist or a song you've never heard of? And I'm not talking about like a big artist. Oh shit, look, Skrillex has a new album. I just saw his ad. No, I'm talking about someone you literally have never heard of. They're just a random ad that appears on your stories or on your timeline. Well, the data is very convincing on my end. Of our 800 students, none of them have had any results with Instagram ads, Facebook ads, or any of these social media ads. There's no positive conversion on the stream side, on the music sale side. You know, when you're just starting off, social media ads are what we call very low ROI, aka return on your investment, how much money you put in and then what you get back from that investment. So you can't expect to put $100 into an ad and then make that back or break even on that. You will actually lose that money and it really won't be worth it. It's way better to gain followers and listeners and streams through organic growth. You know, truly building a fan base and putting out music to people that know you and love you. Those people will support you when they see a release, not some random people you're serving an ad to. Which brings me to the next major waste of money. Buying fake followers, fake plays, fake whatever. You're not fooling anyone here anymore. It's 2024 and everyone, especially in the music business, knows how to spot the fakes. If you have 20,000 fans but only get 2 likes on a post, or you have 20,000 fans and you get 0 plays on Spotify, obviously your stuff is fake. Not only that, but buying fake followers will hurt your actual reach. Let me explain this one. Instagram and these platforms push out your content based on 2 numbers and how they relate to each other. The first number is the reactions or interactions you get on your posts, like likes, comments, shares, etc. The other number is your total following. So let's say you have 100 people interacting with your posts through comments, shares, likes. There's 100 there, and you have 1,000 total fans. That means you're at 10% engagement. That's that word you hear a lot, engagement. So it's 10%, 100 out of 1,000. That's pretty good. That's really high. The algorithm is then going to push that content to more and more people. However, if you try to buy some fakes or beat the system, and let's say you add 9,000 fake fans to your 1,000 real fans, it means now you have 10,000 total, right? But the number of people interacting with your content won't change. That's still 100. But now you have 100 interactions, but 10,000 fans. And that's just 1%. And if you just have 1% or even lower than that, the algorithm is not going to be pushing that content. And we actually have students delete thousands, hundreds, whatever fake fans that they might have gotten or inorganic fans that they might have gotten. And when they do that, not to my surprise, their reach actually goes up and they're shocked. I'm going to put up a screenshot. This is from an actual student of ours. I'll blur their name. And he deleted 1/3 of his entire following, like 30% of all of his followers. He deleted because he knew that they were not organic. He didn't get them in an organic way. And then that actually helped his reach go up by hundreds of percent. So he took down his total amount of followers. Now there's more real ones and more interactions. That increases the total reach. So please build organic fan bases. Getting fake fans is a waste of money and will actually hurt your posts in the reach. Another waste of money, especially for beginners, expensive analog equipment. And we'll talk synths. So you want a $5,000-$6,000 mini Moog. Okay, Moog synthesizer, one of the best. But if you can't make those sounds in Serum, you're not going to get much out of that synth. It's fun to play around and twist the knobs, but you'd be way better off taking a fraction of the $5,000 you spent and taking a sound design class or a class on synthesis. And then you'd know how to do it on your own in your DAW. It's kind of like this. When I started playing guitar, I got like a $90 fake knockoff Fender. It's called a Squier. It would have been a real waste of the money for me to get a $1,000, $2,000 Fender Strat. I didn't know what anything was. I didn't know what a fret was. I didn't know what the strings were. I wouldn't have been able to use a real Fender Strat to its full potential. Sure, when you're further along, when you're successful, when you're dead mouse, and you want to spend some money on some cool synths that are going to inspire your creativity, go for it. But at the beginning, it's a waste of money. And this also goes for like really expensive microphones and really expensive other types of equipment. Zach and I, we had this amazing experience. David Guetta invited us over to hang for a little bit last summer, and we were shocked to see the equipment he had. David Guetta has had more hits, more success objectively than any music producer in dance music. But he had an Amazon Basics mic stand and a very standard basic MIDI keyboard. And we were kind of like shocked that he didn't have like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And he's like, well, yeah, I got to like travel with this stuff. Now, realize that your favorite artists are doing 100+ shows a year. And they're on planes and airports, jumping in and out of cars. And they're also having to make music while they're touring. So they're not just like trying to be running around with a $30,000 microphone in their backpack or carrying around a $10,000 synth. There's a famous story of Skrillex making his first album on a broken KRK. And it's still great, and it's still talked about to this day. So learn how to make great music first, and if you want to splurge, go do that later. Next waste of money: blog articles or paying someone to do write-ups on you. This is another one of those things that just become very obvious over time. Everyone in the industry kind of knows that you just paid for that blog article to be written, and no one really reads blogs anymore. People discover music on social media. Now go look up the website traffic on some of these blogs. It's quite literally nothing. They're getting no page views. So in order to like stay alive and make some money, they've started to charge you to have blogs written about yourself. And I get it. Like, it might look cool or makes you feel good about yourself, but it's doing nothing for your career. It doesn't help with your marketing or your branding. It's not going to help you. Getting in any press at this point doesn't really do much. Like, I've had legitimate articles written about me. I've been in Forbes and Billboard and Rolling Stone and MTV. I didn't pay for any of that. It's totally legit. But guess what? No one cares. You're not applying to my program or to work with me because you care about those articles. And fans aren't going to check out your music or go to your show because you got in some blog article. So you paying like $500 to be in EDM blog number 8,000, it's not going to do anything. Every piece of data is very clear. Fans discover you through social media and your content. They're not stumbling on some blog or website you paid a couple of $100s to be on. And it's okay if you've done it. I totally understand why people do it. Save money, and next time, learn more about doing organic growth. Next waste of money, and this might be a little controversial: construction kits, song starter kits, Ableton kits. Okay, so if you're a complete beginner and you just want to see what this is like, sure, you can buy one of these pre-made projects and just tinker around. But you're limited with the adjustments. And there's also high odds that someone else has the same project. So releasing that as a song, not the best idea. Also, you're not learning about the production process here. The production is already done for you. The drums, the compression, the EQ, the mix, the master. I mean, sure, you can like change around the notes all day and just mess around, but you need to learn the foundational elements of production. If you don't understand how they got to that EQ or the mix, this is not going to help you. It's like that old famous proverb: would you rather me sell you a fish or teach you how to fish? You need to learn how to actually produce a record from the ground up. It's like selling someone a car and saying like, hey, here's a car. You can like swap out the rims and change the paint and the color. But if you were to ask that person to build that car from scratch, they're not gonna have any idea how to build an engine just because they bought a car. And you're quite literally in the business of making music, aka building cars. So you wanna get better and learn how to do this for real. And if you are looking to take your game to the next level on both the music and the marketing side, you can apply to a program like ours. I'll leave a link below in the comments. Next waste of money. And again, especially if you're just getting going, paying people to finish your music. Our school, Cosmic Academy, gets over 100 applicants a week. That's thousands of applicants. every year. We hear from so many people that want to learn music production. But right now, they're just like starting ideas over and over, and then they pay someone, they send it off to have it fixed and finished. There's a few issues with that. First of all, they can just pay to learn how to do it themselves. It's the same thing as the would you rather me sell you a fish or teach you how to fish? If you're paying $500 to have your song finished, after just a handful of songs and you're paying that price, you add that up, you could have taken a full course on music production to learn how to do it yourself. The other issue with it is when you don't know how to do the process, you have no idea if what you're getting is good. We'll get applicants and I'll hear from them that they're paying $800, $900 for someone to fix up and finish the record. And we'll listen to it and the quality is just not there. Realize that when you're paying someone to do this for you, it's just a business for them. They're never going to care about the song as much as you. They're not going to give it the love and the time that it really requires. So whether it's paying a ghost producer, paying people to finish your songs, it's just a business to them. And you might not even be realizing that the product you're paying for is not very good. Also, you can't polish a turd. If you're a super beginner and you're sending your stuff off, there's just so much someone can do with the quality, unless they're literally remaking the whole track for you. We like to use this analogy in Cosmic. It's like a chef. You can take the best chef in the world, whoever that is, Gordon Ramsay. But if the initial ingredients you give him are spoiled, they're unripe, they're poor quality, no matter what he makes with those ingredients, it's going to taste awful. So you're much better off learning the process on your own. And then maybe when you're really good at doing it yourself and you want to pay someone to help you on the side or help engineer some stuff for you, that's a completely different story. But if you're just starting out and you're paying people to do everything for you, you're doing a disservice to you. As I said before, we have our program at Cosmic Academy. There's plenty of music production schools out there as well. Do that. Learn how to do it. We also have a ton of free learning materials and videos for you to watch. So I'm going to put up one of those right now. Go watch this one next. Definitely going to help you with these things. I'll see you in there.